UTSA Roadrunners are 1 win away from hosting their second straight Conference USA Championship game in football. That's after they blew out Louisiana Tech 51-7 on Saturday in the Alamo Dome to stay undefeated in league play at 6-0 and 8-2 overall with just 2 games left in the regular season. The Roadrunners reached some new high points by matching the record for the most first quarter points with 21 in the Jeff Traylor era and 34 first half points. If the Roadrunners went out with Rice on the road and UTEP at home, it could be their first undefeated conference season. Head coach Jeff Traylor praised his defense for grabbing 2 fumbles and 3 interceptions in that game.
It was our most complete game, all 3 phases, but it always helps when you have TFLs, sacks, turnovers, and we weren't as clean offensively as you think we might have been. But because we put on such a short field, it hid some of the mistakes we made on offense.
There you go. Kickoff against Rice in Houston this Saturday is set for noon. The Texas Longhorns lost an opportunity to upset the number 4 ranked team in the country, but turned out to be a defensive struggle against TCU. Not a score fest that we expected. Running back Bijan Robinson was held to just 29 yards and 12 carries, the lowest of his career as a starter. And freshman quarterback Quinn Ewers was just 17 of 39 for 171 yards. The Longhorns' only touchdown of the night came when Jada Barron scooped up Max Duggan's fumble and returned it for a touchdown in the 17-10 loss.
We couldn't get out of our own way, and I think at times we showed a little bit of our immaturity, a little bit of our youth, in that we didn't respond great once the game gets hard.
Texas falls out of the top 25 at 6-4 overall and 4-3 in the Big 12. Will next face Kansas at Lawrence, 2:30 p.m. on Saturday. San Antonio FC won their first ever United Soccer League title last night at Toyota Field by dominating Louisville FC 3-1. Our Andrew Seeley was there and brings us his sights and sounds of the match and the celebration. That is awesome. The celebration is far from over. SAFC will be at the Arneson River Theater tomorrow at 5 p.m. to continue the celebration with their fans. That's what you have to love about that sport. There's so much passion.
Can we play that again at 10 o'clock?
Yeah, we have to. I think we have to. I don't think we have a choice.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you.
Kasky loved the confetti.
That was
and the rowdy crowd.
That's the only thing he noticed was the confetti
that crowd
and
was
the crowd.
rowdy.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Greg. Still to come here at 6 o'clock, it is deadly. Its lethal effects, they've been seen in communities all across the country. KSAT explains what exactly fentanyl is and how more people are getting their hands on it.
And the person police say is responsible for shooting and killing 3 University of Virginia football players and sparking a massive manhunt is now in custody. Where he was caught and what police are saying about the suspect. Next at 6. An intense manhunt is over, and a University of Virginia student who allegedly shot and killed 3 university football players and wounded 2 others late Sunday night has been caught. As Kristen Wynn reports, the school was under a shelter-in-place order for about 12 hours as police scoured the campus for Christopher Darnell Jones Jr.
Terror in Charlottesville as a deadly shooting Sunday night sent the University of Virginia into lockdown.
This is a sad, shocking, and tragic day for our UVA community.
A massive manhunt overnight as police searched for this man, UVA student and former football player Christopher Jones Jr., who's suspected of killing 3 schoolmates and injuring 2 others as they returned from a field trip to Washington, D.C. Officials say the shooter opened fire on a bus full of students in a parking garage on the UVA campus.
My heart is broken for the victims and their families and for all those who knew and loved them.
The UVA president identifying victims who died as Devin Chandler, a junior from Huntersville, North Carolina, Lavelle Davis Jr., a junior from Dorchester, South Carolina, and Deshaun Perry, a junior from Miami, Florida. All 3 were members of the UVA football team. UVA police say the suspect had been investigated by campus officials in September after someone reported him making a comment about owning a gun. By mid-Monday morning, Jones had been found away from campus and taken into custody.
We've secured arrest warrants for Mr. Jones. We've charged him with 3 counts of second-degree murder, and we charged him with 3 counts of using a handgun in the commission of a felony.
The suspect's motive unclear as students and the victims' families now try to make sense of this tragedy.
Please reach out to each other and lend each other an ear and a shoulder, even if virtually.
In Washington, I'm Chris Wynn reporting.
You've been hearing about the deadly effects of fentanyl and how some people are getting their hands on it without even realizing it.
But why now? And what is fentanyl exactly? What makes this drug different? In this KSAT Explains, we head to the DEA lab in Dallas, where pills laced with fentanyl are coming in by the thousands.
Pharmaceutical fentanyl is a Schedule II drug that is typically used in hospitals to treat pain.
It's mostly used as a medication to really rapidly deliver pain relief to someone while they're in the operating room. It's usually given as like an infusion.
It can come in patch form.
It is one of the fastest acting opioids that we know. It acts within like 1 to 2 minutes.
There is no pill form.
About a mother who feared her 17-year-old daughter died of a fentanyl overdose. The medical examiner's toxicology report confirmed that news.
Federal officials are sounding the alarm over an increasing number of fake prescription pills that contain potentially deadly fentanyl.
All of the federal drug evidence that comes from Texas, Oklahoma, or New Mexico comes into this DEA laboratory. We're looking to see what the sample contains, so whether it's methamphetamine, cocaine, heroin, or fentanyl.
The fentanyl that we're seizing, it's coming from Mexico. It's being smuggled into our communities by these Mexican drug cartels. They're making it look legitimate in a manner to appear to be Oxycontin, Percocet, Adderall, and other prescribed drugs. Drug traffickers that work in these clandestine labs that are making these fake pills. They're unaware of how much fentanyl they're putting into these pills.
Right now we're seeing the majority of the pills, but we also see it in powder form as well as compressed powder.
Is there any way for anyone to tell just by looking at a pill or a powder whether it contains fentanyl?
No. And that's what makes it so dangerous.
This seizure came into the lab while we were here today. An estimated 30,000 pills out of the El Paso area ready to be tested. This amount, what's in this vial, is 2 milligrams. That is a potentially lethal dose of fentanyl.
The same test that we use for fentanyl we use on other drugs too that we test. This is a typical fentanyl case that we got. This is a 1 kilogram of M30 tablets. They're made to look like oxycodone tablets. You can see that there's an M printed on one side and a 30 on the other side.
Take a look at the pictures. Can you tell the difference between the fake pill and the real pill? No, you cannot. This is a fake pill. And that's the problem.
And they're typically about 2 milligrams of fentanyl in the tablets. And 2 milligrams is a really small amount. For instance, this is 2 milligrams of fentanyl in there.
Oh wow, you can barely see there's anything even in there.
Correct. So that amount of fentanyl is in each one of those tablets. One of the tests we do is a quick rapid test called the aminoassay. And it looks for the specific fentanyl metabolites that are found in human urine. So we only need a little bit of the sample to do that. Just take a few milligrams of it, put it in test tube, and then we mix it with water. So these are the aminoassay tests. They're kind of like pregnancy tests. You're looking for the specific antigen, fentanyl antigen in that. The water is traveling up the sample stick. Once the metabolites interact with the antigens, you'll see a line. If we see one line on the C, that means it's positive.
So you said this is not unlike a pregnancy test?
Right,
It looks similar to an at-home COVID test.
Exactly. So we have to use our instruments to positively identify it, but this is just a rapid test to determine if those tablets might contain fentanyl. And there we go. So our sample matches that of the positive control. So we know that that tablet probably has fentanyl in it.
It appears as though it could be candy. And the drug dealers are utilizing rainbow fentanyl to reach our kids. It's more of an attraction.
Therapeutically, it's 100 to 200 times more potent than morphine. We are seeing already like many overdoses happening in high schools. There is less time, I would say, to save them than if they were to overdose on any other opioid. But that still doesn't mean that you can't save them. Is 100% going to work if you have it. But if you don't have it, then it's going to be too late.
You're putting your life at risk by taking a pill that has not been prescribed to you. One pill can kill.
Now you can find out how to get free Narcan by visiting morenarcanplease.com. You can also find that link within this story on our website at KSAT12. We'll be right back.
Take a look at TransGuide right now. This is I-35 between Alamo and Guadalupe streets near downtown. You can see there's some type of accident. It looks like EMS may be on the scene too. This is I-35 at Alamo, the upper level there, where police and fire are working on something there.
And, you know, roads really had a chance to dry out this afternoon with the sunshine that we saw. But those cooler temperatures from earlier today, that's not the last of them, Adam.
Oh, no. We have some reinforcing shots of cool air throughout the week this week. So we're going to remain well below average temperature-wise. And this evening, the wind's going to be picking up. Right now, it's calm, but that's going to be changing quite a bit here over the next few hours. By 8 o'clock, we'll be down to 54 degrees, midnight, 48. And get ready for temperatures right near 40 tomorrow. We'll talk about just how cold it's going to get later this week, and you'd be surprised at just how warm the warmest day will be. Coming right up.
All right, we got a bit of a stretch of a cold snap.
Yeah,
it's not quite winter yet, but it's going to feel like it.
It really is. I mean, when you look at the averages in the wintertime, it's going to be closer to that. And temperatures are just going to be unseasonably cool by 10 or more degrees, basically, the rest of this week, the weekend, and even into next week. Turning windy tonight as well. That's something that you'll notice if you step outside later on tonight, and even first thing tomorrow morning. You'll notice some gusty winds up to 35 miles per hour. And then this is important, the bottom one here. 0.17 inches of rain in San Antonio today. Now, I got really excited about this earlier because, take a look, we are no longer the driest year to date on record. However, and you know that was coming, However, 1917, which now is in first place as the driest year to date on record, they had a really good day on November 17th. And so by Thursday, we're going to be back as the driest year to date on record, unfortunately. I do think we could squeeze out some rain, though, as we get into this upcoming weekend. Let's talk temperatures. Morning lows right near 40 tomorrow. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday around San Antonio, I do think we'll see upper 30s for most of us. And then we see just a little uptick into the weekend and early next week, but still well below the average low of 50 degrees. Here's a look at the shower activity across the area today, and it was mainly locally and east of San Antonio. Some pockets of our area picked up about a half an inch, but the bulk of the moisture, the really good soaking rain, you can see off to the north and east, even through Louisiana and Arkansas at this time. But the blue on this map, which was in the panhandle of Texas earlier today, and especially in a good chunk of Oklahoma, snow. So snow on the colder side of this system. And this is pushing a weak cold front through. That's just going to give us a reinforcing shot of cool air and this big dip in the upper level flow. It's a big trough, and we have a very troughy pattern. We're going to have more of these troughs. This one right here, this disturbance over in the upper levels over San Francisco, that's going to push southward, just help reinforce our cool air. And in turn, it's just going to be unseasonably cool weather. As for the rain chances, they hold off until the weekend. Saturday, we're talking about 30%. I think that's the best we can do right now. Sunday and Monday, 20%. And actually, a decent amount of just drizzly dampness for part of the weekend. And I think that's mostly going to be Sunday morning. All right, let's talk temperatures. 61 at the airport right now. Stinson down to 59, Pleasanton 58. Seguin 52. We actually saw cooler readings off to the east today because of the clouds during the daylight hours. But Del Rio, with several hours of sun, well, still at 70 degrees, but cooling quickly now that the sun has set. This is what we're expecting tomorrow morning. A brief light freeze in parts of the hill country. Rock Springs area about 32, Junction about 31. Elsewhere right around 40 degrees. Stone Oak 40, Elmendorf 41. And you get to the west side tomorrow morning near Lackland, about 41 degrees. Then by the afternoon, the wind's going to subside, but temperatures are only going to make it into the upper 50s to right near 60 degrees. So an unseasonably cool day, considering the average high is close to 70 this time of year. So another day about 10 degrees below average. And notice the high temperature trend keeps us well below our average. And Friday, the warmest day, only about 60 degrees. That's it. So have your jacket and long sleeves, sweatshirts, etc. ready to go the rest of this week. The mornings will be chilly, but the afternoons aren't going to be a huge improvement. You'll feel a chill in the air. Notice the high on Saturday, 49 degrees. I think that's the best we can do with the low clouds back in place and even a few showers. So the winds are starting to shift locally, not much yet, and we don't have a whole lot in terms of wind gusts, but they will be picking up to about 35 miles per hour at times throughout the night and first thing tomorrow morning as well. Quick look at the forecasts. High clouds tomorrow, 40 in the morning. By noon, only 53. Then a high temperature of 56 degrees, or I should say 58 degrees tomorrow afternoon. And just that slight chance of rain by this weekend. Otherwise, dry week.
All right. Thank you, Adam.
In case you missed it, coming up next.
Here's today's In Case You Missed It.
It is Monday, November 14th.
No resignation after being charged with leaving the scene of an accident and driving drunk and being caught on body cam footage looking intoxicated and confused. Clayton Perry made the public announcement early this afternoon, delivering a prepared statement that he repeated to council today.
I'm requesting a sabbatical from my duties as D10 councilman. I do not intend to resign my seat.
Now, the city could start accepting applications for his temporary replacement as soon as today. The city attorney says definitely by tomorrow. Then the city council would start on the selection process at the end of this month.
A San Antonio child psychologist initially arrested for indecency with a child has been arrested again after visiting the alleged victim's school. Court records show 43-year-old Timothy Kimball, arrested last week for violating a protective order. An arrest warrant affidavit states that witnesses saw Kimball in the parking lot of the school where the alleged victim goes. He is prohibited from being within 200 yards of the victim and the school she attends. Kimball was released on a $5,000 bond the day after he was arrested.
Thanksgiving could be getting a little strange this year. That's because green bean casserole flavored seltzer water is now a thing. Bora Bora is introducing the new sparkling water flavor just in time for the holidays. So the company says the seltzer has a, quote, sweet, earthy, and buttery flavor. Green bean casserole water will be available through Bora Bora's secret menu newsletter feature, and other flavors that could be included with Thanksgiving include honey pumpkin and cranberry.
I want to give you an update on a traffic trouble spot because of an accident here at I-35 in Alamo. That's the view where the camera is. This is actually between Alamo and Guadalupe. Looks like a tow truck just pulled up there on the scene. We did see an emergency vehicle leave about 2 minutes ago, but still flares down the lanes there and definitely has traffic at a snarl, but hopefully it is clearing up.
Yeah, it looks like at least 2 lanes blocked. Adam.
Yeah, roads have dried out with the clearing sky, and even now the wind is going to start to pick up. So windy and cool tonight, will be near 40 in the morning tomorrow. Notice the rest of this week, we'll have sunshine, but high temperatures will only be in the upper 50s to near 60, and we'll have some mornings down in the upper 30s. So keep that jacket handy, especially as we go into the weekend as well with the chance of rain.
Thanks for watching the news at 6.
See you back here on the Night Beat at 10.